What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and today I'm going to be answering another military question. This question will be about 31 Bravos, aka military police. Okay, so a little bit about my background with the 31 Bravos. I was coming back from Japan in 2005, and I was ordered to go to Iraq with a particular military police battalion, right? This battalion had about 150, 200 people in there, and I was the only 92 Golf. The only 92 Golf. Only 92 Golf. Listen to that shit. Alright, so because of my particular MOS, they didn't have anywhere for me to be at, right? I was kind of like the only person. I didn't have a fucking NCO on top of me. They had only but one choice, was for me to be attached to the 31 Bravos. So I had to learn everything that the 31 Bravos knew, right? I was far way behind in their training. Like, I was literally the last person to know anything about their training. So I had to learn their convoy operations, and learn how to shoot their weapons, the Mark 19s, which is this rocket launcher type of weapon that's attached to a Humvee, right? An up armored Humvee, or any other vehicles that you can attach a Mark 19 to. But it's an awesome freaking rocket launcher weapon, and it's pretty badass if you get to shoot some. So if you get the opportunity, try it. We had to learn how to shoot 240 Bravos. Was this like kind of like this rapid fire machine gun, submachine gun, something like that. We had to learn how to shoot grenade launchers. We had to learn how to shoot 50 cals, all kinds of different weapons with 31 Bravos. And they were like the infantry, but then their mentality wasn't like the infantry, right? 31 Bravos aren't infantry. They're like a mixture of fucking SWAT and transportation. It's weird. But anyways, so I learned how to shoot all their weapons. I learned their convoy operations, on how to drive their vehicles. Apparently, MPs have a particular way of driving and escorting vehicles, and that's their main purpose, is to protect a particular convoy, or to transport somebody, or provide security. And that's the main purpose of MPs, right? So essentially, MPs have a very different role compared to infantry, right? Infantry is, they get ordered to go kill, and that's what they do. MPs aren't that. As a matter of fact, their whole purpose is to make sure everybody plays the same rules across the board, right? And that's how they play their game. So it doesn't matter if you're wearing the same uniform. If you fucking up on base, let's say you raped some female, or you beat up another soldier, their job is to fucking apprehend your ass, and you have to face UMCMJ. Yeah. So on top of that, MPs also protect prisoners, whether if it's military of their own or the enemy, right? That's their job. So they do correctional officer work. There's actually other MOSs that pertains to correctional officer. Correctional officer is actually a MOS within itself. So there's military police, and then there's correctional officer. Yeah, that shit's real. So on top of that, military police, they have their own SOPs on how they conduct themselves, and how they think, and how they move, right? They know how to, there are certain arrest techniques, there's certain frisking and search, you know, when for certain bombs or maybe weapons. They're pretty aggressive compared to police. Police officers have to like kind of ask you to do shit, whereas military police, you fucking better do it, we'll shoot you in the fucking back. I mean, that's how they fucking operate, all right? Especially in overseas. Garrison's a little bit different, but overseas, they're pretty fucking aggressive, okay? And that's their SOPs. That's what they're trained on, right? They do a lot of entering and clearing rooms. Same thing as what SWAT does, or maybe a special ops may do. You know, they deal with negotiation and hostages and all kinds of different things. Riot control, especially riot control. They're training riot control. I think that's half the training that I was fucking doing when ramping up to go to Iraq. Also, pretty much MPs are pretty legit. Okay, it's a legit MOS when it comes to police work. So if you want to gain some experience of what a police officer might be doing, or maybe if you're interested in being a SWAT officer or something like that, you should try becoming a 31 Bravo. All right, so their AIT and their basic training is one huge component. So essentially, when you go to basic training, it's one huge thing, right? You don't go basic and then AIT. It's basic and AIT combined. Okay, so you'll have one huge chunk of training at one time. So you can't do basic first and then AIT later, which there's some programs out there in the reserves that you could do, but when it comes to MPs, it's one huge thing. Okay, MPs train hard, they work hard. There's a lot of hours to work as an MP. All right, there's minimum work days between 12 to 16 hours. Really depends on your position, your rank, and what you're doing. Especially if you're an MP and you're working in operations, forget about it. You're in there for like minimum 14 hours, okay? Especially when you're in higher ranks or you're doing radio communications. And one last thing I have to say about being a military police officer is that if you can't obtain a secret clearance, you can't become a police officer. All right. Now, here's the catch. Now, let's say you do become a military police officer and you lose your clearance. You have two options. All right. You got two options. All right. First option is you either change your MOS or you get the fuck out. That's it. That's your only two options. You either change your MOS, you get out the army. All right. So I highly suggest if you want to become a military police officer, you fucking better not be fucking up. You just don't fuck up, please. All right. There's one way to lose your job, and it's an embarrassing way to lose your job. Anyways, man, it's your boy Jason Yamamoto. Hopefully you guys got any more questions, comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys later. 9, 3.